Most Indonesians don't know the difference between the video CD format, the DVD format, the Blu-ray format, and the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray format. Of course, as collectors, we know very, very well about the difference in these formats. But for the majority of the people, for the non-collectors, especially in my area in Indonesia, they do not really know the difference between the video CD, the DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Few days ago, I noticed a very, very popular search term in TikTok about the Korean drama Lovely Runner. This is not the drama, this is just for a sample. So there's this very, very popular Korean drama, and these drama lovers, Korean drama lovers, they're making it like a huge fuss about the difference between the streaming version and the Blu-ray version. Now, the Blu-ray version is packed as a very, very exclusive gift set, and it's very, very expensive. But one of the point of their discussion is that there are different scenes between the streaming versions and the Blu-ray versions. There are deleted scenes, there are commentaries, there are special features. Like the Korean fans, Korean drama fans, like just figured it out that this is what Blu-ray physical media can offer to them. Physical media, the Blu-ray can offer them special features, deleted scenes, and those exclusive features if they're true fans of the show. So I hope that because of this, we will see more trends of more Korean drama shows, meaning more people, joining us as movie collectors, as a physical media collector. So why I want to make this video is because there are not so many people in my area know the differences between these, and this is sort of like a physical media, optical media 101 to show you the difference between these formats. And I think one of the reasons why most Indonesians don't know the difference between these formats is that the distributors and studios, they stop manufacturing and they stop distributing physical media in Indonesia back in 2018. I mentioned this many, many times. The biggest physical media distributor closed in 2015, and the rest follows in the following years, and all of them shut down in 2018 or probably in 2019. So most Indonesians, they just stream their movies. They do not know the difference between the formats, especially between DVD and Blu-ray. So it's just now that most of the Korean fans in Indonesia, they just find out about the Blu-ray and what Blu-ray can offer that we already know for a very, very long time as collectors. So as a history 101, the first optical media format for films is the video CD format. This format was released to the public for the very first time in 1993. They use basically the standard CD, and of course the capacity is very, very limited, 700 megabytes each disc. So usually they split the movies in two discs, and in this case of Titanic, because the movie is 3 hours, they split the movie in three video CD discs. And the resolution of a video CD is very, very low for today's standard. So the best way to experience a video CD in today's age is still to use a standard DVD player with a CRT television. If possible, do not use an LCD or HDTV to watch a video CD. Just treat this one like a VHS format. Use a standard CRT television, then you can still enjoy the movie. And then in 1996, they released the improvement of the format, that is the DVD format, the digital versatile disc, or people can also say it as the digital video disc. This format was first introduced to the market, to the public, in 1996, and this is a huge improvement over a video CD, and at the time over a VHS tapes. I do personally think that for film viewing at home, video CD is already superior compared to VHS. So DVD is a clear improvement to that. You can play a video CD also on your computers with a CD drive and also the standard Windows Media Player that still support a video CD. And it was great back in the 90s and the early 2000s to be able to play or to watch your movies on your computer instead of just listening to music and being forced to watch your movies on your television using a VHS, because it's quite difficult to play VHS on your computer. But with CD, video CD, because it's basically a CD, you can use a standard disk drive to play the movie, and of course with good hardware and also software. And with DVD, the clear improvement is in the picture quality and of course in the capacity and in interactivity. So we can have menus, we can have more special features on a DVD that we do not have that on video CD. So video CD is basically just the movie on a disc. Video CD can have menu, but they rarely utilize menu for a video CD because the space is so limited. With DVD, they can have more space, and so they can create more interactive menu, more the graphics for the menu is a lot better, and we can add simple games, we can add cool navigation systems for the DVD format. And the clear improvement is of course in the video quality over a video CD. The image is sharper, much sharper compared to video CD, and this is called the standard for a very long time for a reason. So the DVD format, the resolution is the standard definition for 80p, but you can also upscale the quality of this movie, of this format, using HD TV and HDMI and a good decent Blu-ray player. They can upscale the image to 720p or near high definition. So the best way to experience the DVD is of course just like a video CD, use a standard CRT television, but DVD can still surprise you if you have a decent Blu-ray player with decent upscaling capability and an HDMI. You can have a decent viewing experience with a DVD, but I would suggest to use a television that is smaller than, not larger than 55-inch, HD or 4K television. So that is the DVD. And then in 2006, they released another improvement, but this is a different format and different naming scheme. In the earlier days, they used a video CD, VCD, and then DVD, but then in 2006 they released a new format called the Blu-ray disc. It was developed way before 2006, but it was first introduced to the public in 2006. Now, for the very first time, you can view your films on full high definition 1080p uncompressed image and audio. There was a format war between Blu-ray and HD DVD, but Blu-ray ended up winning the format war, and this became the standard for a very long time. Now, the best way to experience the Blu-ray is of course with a standard Blu-ray player and standard HD TV or 4K TV. You do not really need to calibrate your television too extensively. Just leave all things to standard, and usually it's just good to go with Blu-ray. In 2010, they released a quote-unquote minor improvement. I do not know whether this is an improvement or not, but in 2010 they released the 3D Blu-ray. Now, the 3D Blu-ray is basically Blu-ray but 3D, but they need a different reading mechanism. They need a different software. So for the PlayStation, they got a firmware upgrade, so the PlayStation would be able to play the 3D Blu-ray. But for the standard Blu-ray player, you cannot play it on a standard Blu-ray player. You need a 3D Blu-ray player to play the 3D movies, and you need a 3D TV to experience 3D Blu-ray. If you have a 3D Blu-ray player and a standard 2D television, the Blu-ray player will play the movie, but it will not go, to the movie, and it will just show you the message that the TV is not compatible with the Blu-ray disc that you are playing. So you really need a 3D TV for that. So not so many people jump into the 3D because of the investment, and because not all people like to watch the movies in 3D and using glasses. So this is not a very popular format, but there are a lot of people who really like the 3D format, and who really collect 3D, and really hope that 3D will continue, for years and years to come. But the support for 3D Blu-ray is just not as huge as other home video format. And then in 2016, they released another improvement, that is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Of course, just by the name, this is the 4K version or the Ultra HD version of the movies. So the image quality is the best. It's the best that we currently have, and I don't see a future for 8K and 16K, at least just yet, because at the time of the release of Blu-ray, people thought that that is the last physical media format that people ever got. And then in 2016 we got the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. So the difference in playback, we need different players. So the 4K Ultra HD players, we need that 4K Ultra HD players, or PlayStation 5 with 4K disc drive to be able to play the 4K. So standard Blu-ray player cannot play your 4K discs, and also the standard DVD cannot play your Blu-ray. But the newer machine should be backward compatible. So if you have a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player, technically it should be able to play Blu-ray, DVD, and then a video CD or CD. Same thing with Blu-ray player. It should be able to play your DVDs and do an upscaling. So this is to ensure that your old collection is not obsolete. You can still play those movies from the old times. You do not have to throw them all away, and the player will do an upscaling so that it's still acceptable in today's standard. So that is the format 101, 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, and video CD. And to differentiate the formats, of course, the naming scheme is clear. That is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. The casing is black. That's the standard case. And the standard casing for Blu-ray is blue. As you can see, blue is Blu-ray, black is 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. For the 3D Blu-ray, they can use the blue version, or sometimes they use the clear or transparent white version, but with the 3D Blu-ray logo printed on the top. That is the label for the 3D Blu-ray. This one is in the slipcover and on a standard blue Blu-ray casing, but you will find the logo of Blu-ray 3D if it is a 3D Blu-ray. And it's of course very easy to differentiate between Blu-ray and DVD, because DVD has a larger packaging compared to the Blu-ray. So that is the format 101, a video CD, and then a DVD, and then Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, and 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. I really hope that the discussion about that Korean drama will draw more people into buying more Blu-rays, so this will support the community, just like those K-pop fans supporting the music industry by buying more albums on CD, cassette tapes, and vinyl. I think that is all that I wanted to share at this very moment. If you know already about the format, then that is fine. I'm not trying to preach to people. This is just because I noticed that there are still a lot of people out there that they do not know the difference between the formats. Thank you if you're still watching, and goodbye.